Chapter 3. How do you do, fellow kids? The woman hauls you towards the gymnasium exit with an unnatural death grip, her sharp features set in a scowl as her heels click ominously against the polished floor. Okay, ow, I know this looks bad, but could we maybe discuss this without ripping my arm off? If your antics lead to the exposure of my people, I will personally tear you limb from limb and beat you with this arm. Dramatic much? But before she can reply, a gaggle of students rush to the edge of the bleachers to gawk. Please tell me everyone else saw that too? You mean how he just appeared out of nowhere, like literally materialized on the court? Yeah. Don't be ridiculous, security cameras caught him sneaking in through the gym doors. Sneaking in, but I didn't... Are you calling me a liar? She fixes you with a look of pure hellfire that stops you mid-contradiction, and you quickly decide that no, you are not. The children in the bleachers, however, are apparently fearless. But Principal Yao, we all saw. Enough, all of you. Back to your seats. Unless you'd like to join our friend in detention. The little traitors quickly disperse, and Principal Yao heads for the hallway, taking you with her. Look, I'm not entirely sure what that was, but in case it wasn't clear, I'm not a student. I'm having an interdimensional crisis. You're going to think I'm crazy, but until 20 minutes ago, I was in a palace. That's why I just appeared. Lower your voice. But you don't understand. I took a portal. I understand well. What you don't understand is that you're drawing much attention with every word. Oh, so you do believe me? At my age, you develop an eye for these things. But if you know I'm telling the truth, then why are you dragging me around like I'm a naughty kid? Because your presence here threatens everything I've worked to protect. You suddenly realize that the cheers from the game have faded completely. The hallway stretches empty in both directions. Dread sets in. Okay, music just changed to something really ominous, so I think we've gone far enough. You try to pull away, only to nearly dislocate your arm. She carries on like you've never spoken, her heels clicking against the tiles and sharp, angry beats. You know the worst thing about working with teens? Their cell phones. They've all got one, they're constantly taking videos, sharing them on social media. You never know what moments could go viral. She locks eyes with you, and the predatory intensity there sets off every survival instinct you have. And your arrival isn't a moment I can risk going viral. My coven relies on this little town in Crimson Beach staying firmly off the radar. Coven? So that means you're a vampire? Wait, I mean, technically Witch was a good selection too. Wait, is this the book with the vampire CEO in New York? With blood banks and clans and the sexy executive vampires? Wait, how do you know about that? What nonsense are you talking about? You know, the one where they all work at Rains Corp and no, nothing? Blank stare is answer enough. Huh, I guess Choices made two completely different series about vampires, and I mean, I get it, vamps were kind of having a moment, but you'd think that it at least put them in the same world. That's just confusing. I'm gonna smack the ever-loving shit out of you. That's what they're trying to do. I see what they're trying to do. Alright, you're trying to rationalize your bullshit-ass thinking choices, and it triggers me. This is their attempt to save face after me calling them out numerous times over numerous years. Go ahead. Just go ahead. This is how you want to do this? You don't get the chance to finish your thought. Instead, Principal Yao turns to look at you over her shoulder, fangs protruding, eyes wide. You talk entirely too much. Luckily, I know how to fix that. She gets kind of ugly when she's angry. In a flash, she yanks you around a corner and locks you into her unnatural grasp, sending your heart pounding in your ears. No, wait, you can't just kill me. I can and I will. A warm breath washes over you, and as her fangs press against your jugular, you call out into the emptiness. Help! Somebody! Only for somebody to call back. What's going on out there? Instantly, Principal Yao's demeanor changes, her death grip becoming a firm hold on your shoulder just as a woman emerges from a nearby room. The story, is everything okay? Fine, just escorting our young friend to detention with you until the game is over. What? You lying? Before you can finish, she marches you into a section of the library, her eyes flashing dangerously. I'll be back to deal with you later. And I won't be around. As she storms out, the woman presiding over detention gestures for you to take a seat. Next to you, a rebellious-looking student smirks. Oh, we've got Cass? Female or male version? You know what? Hey, Pixel Bear, I can undo this all right now by making this a male Cass, and it's an alternate Earth, and then the female Cass is in the main Earth with Adrian Reigns. Go f*** yourself. Nah, it's okay. I'm gonna play fair, though. But I'm just saying, you wanna play? I can do this all day long. So these are the female versions. Again, I could do this all day long. There's only 2 female versions. Fine. First time? Literally, I've done DC Comics. I've done Marvel, too, where they have worlds upon worlds upon worlds. Being asked to determine the looks of someone I'm interacting with? Surprisingly, no. I meant detention, but whatever you got going on sounds so much more interesting. She drops her boots from the tabletop and leans forward, all traces of amusement replaced by genuine curiosity. The name's Cass, my fellow delinquent. John, and I'm not a delinquent. I don't even belong here, you say. You take a deep breath and explain your situation for the 3rd time. And then a story got all murdery in the hallway with the eyes and the fangs and the whole, I'll be back to deal with you later. I know it sounds, but you're gonna have to trust me. She's a vampire and I need to get out of here before she eats me. Vampires? In our little town. That's terrifying. She grins and you catch a flash of sharp fangs. Oh, those are... What were you saying? Something about a story of being scary? Oh, great. Everyone in the school is a vampire, aren't they? Let me guess, the chess club is the nerdy coven, the cafeteria serves tomato soup juice. Not everyone, just the fun ones. By fun ones, you mean the ones who might eat me. If it helps, you're way too interesting to eat. Like a really interesting snack. Or entertaining. That does not help, actually, no. Last time I give you a compliment. I really just need this world's thing. Problem is, I don't know what it looks like, but it'll, for sure, be something magical. If anyone knows about weird magical stuff, it'll be Crimson Beach's resident golden child. And lucky for you... Cass glances over at a woman presiding over detention to find her back turned. She pulls out a bobby pin and nods at the locked door. I know exactly where to find them. Let's go. Cass sneaks both of you out and leads you through the empty hallways with practiced stealth, pausing at corners to check for watching eyes. There's still one thing I don't understand. The story said she wanted to kill me because my arrival risked the discovery of her people. How? I'm not a vampire. People here don't know vamps exist, so they accept the terrible excuses we feed them when weird things happen, but it's also a delicate balance. AKA, if randos like me start teleporting in willy-nilly, the residents will start looking at things a little closer than they should. Exactly. You're lucky Astoria had to park you in detention instead of dragging you off to face the tribunal, like she was supposed to. What's a tribunal? It's a vampire court, and all the elders gather. They hold a trial, make judgments. Really, usually ends in someone getting branded with silver. Or worse. Yeah, you die. That's the worst part. She has something rubs at her wrist, and you catch a glimpse of a raised silvery scars. Her usual smirk fades into something more genuine. That's actually how I started falling for it. Wait, don't tell me. Quickly, cover Cass's mouth with a hand. Disgusted, she spits it right back out. Do you mind? I was having a moment here. Sorry, but every time someone tries to tell me about the main character of a book, everything goes black. So maybe we don't do your story and we focus on my thing? At least he's caught on. Oh, sure, thought we were having a bonding moment, but yeah, no, that's cool too. She shakes her head and straightens up, clearly trying to regain her usual attitude. Well, if we're done with story time, we should probably focus on keeping you alive, starting with your clothing. She looks you up and down with a critical eye. Not gonna lie, the royal look is fire, but unless you're trying to get cast in the school play, I'm wearing a suit. How's this royal? This is like shit that Wilson Fisk wears. Without the bow tie, he doesn't really do those. I'll stick out like a sore thumb. More like a whole broken hand. Think of me as Robin Hood, taken from the rich to give to the poor interdimensional travelers. With a few expert twists of the pen, she pops open several lockers, starts pulling out clothing. Let's see, jacket's designer, these jeans are vintage, someone creased the hell out of those sneakers, but I'm banging that's a trend. You can tell all this just by looking? When you've been around for as long as I have, you pick up a few things. And how long exactly is that? Wouldn't you like to know? Cass presents you with an armful of especially youthful-looking clothes. I wish I could be a vampire. Lord. I mean, I guess the purpose of this is to blend in. Isn't he still like 24 though? Just saying. He failed a lot of high school. Exactly 6 years of failing. Anyway, you slip into a nearby restroom to change. As you slip out, you immediately feel more at home in the halls. Not bad, Backhopper. If we're done with the whole teen movie makeover montage, we should get a move on. She peeks around a corner, then motions for you to follow. So, who's this golden child we're looking for? Student body president, star athlete, total kiss up. Basically everything wrong with this place wrapped in one perfect package. Sounds like there's some history there. Oh, ancient. She smiles, something secretive, but before you can ask what, she leads you to a classroom where voices drift out. Wait, shouldn't we not... But Cass is already barging in, cutting off whatever conversation was happening inside. Thought I smelled self-righteousness wafting down the hall. Who do you say? So we could make Gabriel into a girl. Who would have thunk? We're in the middle of something, Cass. Budget meeting, homecoming committee, whatever it is. This is more interesting. John, meet Gabriel. Gabriel, John. She plops down in an empty chair, putting her feet on top of the table. With a satisfying smirk, Gabriel waves her away. Get your boots off of my spreadsheet. Make me, golden boy. Are you two always like this? Seriously. As they snipe at each other, you remember Cass's almost confession from earlier, and suddenly everything clicks. Oh my god, now I get it. You two are totally into each other. What? No. That is the most disrespectful thing anyone has ever said to me. Oh, come on, this explains... the insults. Actually, pet names. Adorable. We are not adorable. More importantly, we are not a we. I mean, technically, or in the universe that I come from. They put several feet of space between them, like they've suddenly become aware of how close they were standing. Gabriel, looks like you're busy, so we're gonna go. As the council members practically sprint for the door, Gabriel sighs. Alright, you've got what you wanted. My meeting is officially over. Why are you here? Right, about that. And so we begin explaining this once again to him. You explain your situation once more, watching his expression shift from anger to wonder. And now I need to find whatever magical object will get me home before your principal decides to chow time. Gabriel starts pacing, clearly deep in thought. A magical object that can transport you between worlds. I think I know what that could be. Okay, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how sure are you? Because I've heard this spiel twice today already. I mean, pretty sure the vampire hunters who founded this town created weapons called talismans to fight vampires. Each had its own power. But the teleportation talisman was special. It was the last resort of vampires ever took over completely. So this talisman is where exactly? That's what we need to figure out. The last person who really knew about them stops himself and draws a deep breath. Cass raises her eyebrows knowingly and can't help but feel like the only one missing something. Was what? It doesn't matter. What matters is finding it now. So, how do we even start looking for him? Before he can answer, a roar of echoing cheering erupts from the direction of the gym, followed by the sound of hundreds of feet hitting the hallway floors. Oh, sounds like game's over. Oh, which means it's only a matter of time before Astoria realizes we slipped attention and hunt me down. We need to move. Now. You slip into the crowd of students, your borrowed clothes helping you blend right into the mass of bodies. Her expression doesn't change, but the temperature seems to have dropped several degrees as her gaze sweeps methodically through the crowd. Principal Yao, the basketball team wants to know. Not now. The words are quiet, but the student practically runs away. You trail behind, keeping your head down. Thank you, Cass. Versus what? Outside the grounds of the school, you finally catch your breath. So, where exactly are we headed? The hospital. If we want that talisman, we need to meet with Dr. Lewin Junius. And the doctor knows about this magical transportation talisman because my grandmother was the only one who had a clue where it could have been. And he's the last one who saw her alive. Well, that's interesting. Night settles in as you and Cass and Gabriel approach the town hospital, its windows glowing eerily in the growing darkness. Wait, why would your grandmother know about the talismans? Because Crimson Beach was founded by my ancestors, and the Eldhars were vampire hunters. The traditions had mostly gone by the wayside, but my grandmother was a genealogy buff. She discovered the truth about Crimson Beach, about the talismans, or a family created. About the horrors of the Eldhars inflicted on vampires. Watch it. The tension between them crackles like electricity. You get the distinct feeling there's more to this story than either is saying. Okay, clearly I'm missing something here. Okay, let's ask Cass, because at least she's one who doesn't sugarcoat. Gabe actually does. During Cass, noticing how her unusual smirk has faded into something darker. What horrors? I wasn't around then, but the way Astoria tells it is, one day vampires ruled this town, and the next the hunters came and started picking them off. Because vampires were killing entire families. Don't give me that. Every vampire knows the stories about the silver brands and the torture chambers. And if it wasn't as noble as you claim, why wasn't it enough to just kill the vamps, Why'd the hunters have to make it hurt? That's freaking horrifying. Unfortunately, the rating of this book also does not support the use of that word. Oh, I forgot about, Really? You can make books about human rights violations, but I say one little curse, and that's where you draw the line? Yeah, no, but then they'll also show, really explicit scenes. Yeah, no. As you yell into the night, they both shoot each other a look. John, you feeling okay? Because you're scaring the hell out of us, and then this down, that's saying something. I'm fine, but this explains why Lewin would be our go-to. My grandmother had a lot of health complications in her final years. She was obsessed with finding the talismans, but she also was pretty confused. She'd spout off about them to any and everyone, so they made Lewin her primary doctor. But how did he never fall victim to a story as murder first, ask questions, never policy? Because Lewin's the HVIC of a coven of his own, the Clements. They've got this whole peace with humans thing going on, so they drink from blood bags and uphold the sanctity of human life. As long as it says Lewin or he'll kill everyone. Were the air quotes really necessary? Yes. No, but they were fun, and at the end of a long day, it's the little things. Ignore her. The point is, if anyone's going to take pity on you, it's Lewin. Maybe. You, Cass, and Gabriel find Lewin at his desk. He looks up as Gabriel knocks and pushes open the door, his demeanor unnaturally still and cold eyes assessing. It's late, Gabriel. You'll want to make time for this one. He steps aside, revealing you, and you hurry forward. Dr. Junius, my name is John, and I need your help. I'm not from this world. Yes, the interdimensional visitor story you mentioned. Quite the disruption you've caused. A boy after my own heart. But you can rest easy. He'll be out of your hair just as soon as he gets your help finding something. A talisman that can transport people between worlds. You wait for a reaction, but Lewin just rolls his eyes and goes back to his paperwork. I don't know what you're talking about. Please, I just want to go home. I know I might just seem like just another problem to you, but I've got people waiting for me, a life to get back to. You expect to see at least a hint of humanity in his eyes, but his cold expression doesn't waver. You don't know what you're asking for. Then tell me. For a moment, he staples his fingers, studying you, and then... Fine. Many years ago, Captain Elderhall founded this town in the hopes of ushering in a time of peace for humans. But instead he brought a chaos the world had ever known. And her name was Maria Chin. Days after establishing their new town, a group of vampire hunters charges into the wooded forest, a woman leading the pack. It's quiet. Too quiet. Stay alert. The beasts are here somewhere. The branches crack under sneaky feet as hunters move through the dark forest. But then there's a flash of movement in the trees, then another and another. Silver eyes gleam from every direction as a figure steps out from the shadows. Looking for us? The battle was brutal. Hunters and vampires alike fell. Fall back! Fall back! But one by one, the hunters died, until only she remained. Back hits a tree as the vampires close in, their silver eyes hungry. No, not like this. Your kind has been hunting us like animals, but you forget we're not the prey. We're the predators. And then I'm guessing a portal open. Yeah, no shit. The vampire lunges for her, and just as Maria activates her talisman. I don't think so. In a flash of light, she's gone, leaving behind frustrated vampires. The vampires assumed she had gone to safety, but what she didn't realize was that the safety is somewhere else entirely. She dropped the talisman, traveled across space and time, across realities. But the fabric between worlds was never meant to be torn. What's happening? The vampire's voice echoes, strangely distorted as the space itself warps. Things slipped through, committing horrors beyond comprehension. Oh. Okay. The tear widens, reality splitting like cracked glass, and Crimson Beach transforms into a nightmare realm as creatures slip through the cracks. The night fills with screams, both vampire and human, as chaos consumes the town. Demons! You'll pay for this! Find them! Kill them all! And the vampires were blamed for it all. The hunters responded with unprecedented cruelty. Maria was never seen again, lost between the worlds. The talisman was taken, hidden away to prevent anything like that from ever happening again. So you're saying you won't help me? That's it? I'm just stuck here? Oh no, we have a solution. Just not one you're going to like. Wait, who's we? One by one, silver eyes gleam in the darkness, and too late you realize you're not alone. Cass lunges at you. Move, John. But before she can reach you, you feel a pain strike your head like lightning. And the last thing you see is Lewin's cold smile as the world goes black. Your head throbs as consciousness returns, and you find yourself seated between Cass and Gabriel facing a panel of stern-faced vampires. What? Where? Through blurred vision, you make out rows of vampires on either side of the stone aisle, and your motion catches Astoria's attention. The human is awake. We can begin the formal trial. We gather to address a grave matter. Once again, a human has discovered our existence. And once again, Cass Harlow seems to be involved. Okay, the last human was on me, I'll give you that. But this one, this isn't my fault. Then how does this human know of our existence? Astoria showed me. Lies. A truth. Right after I appeared in the gym, she dragged me into an empty hallway and tried to eat me. I mean, he's not lying. Astoria, what do you have to say for yourself? For a moment, she stares you down, her gaze darkening, and then... I was attempting to eliminate the threat before it spread. Elders, after the last human, our coven can't handle any more risk of exposure. As she turns to address them directly, Gabriel's face goes slack. Oh. What do you mean, uh-oh? Like, what's uh-oh? Astoria's campaigning. She's going to try and talk them out of the trial. And that's bad? Yeah, because if you talked out of the trial, it means you die. Yeah, the trial's the only thing keeping you out of the morgue. You need to get in there and make her look bad. Kind of like she's doing to you right now. As you tune back in, you find Cass is right. By ending one human life will save countless existences. Whoa, hold on a second here. I think we're all forgetting something. Your leader just exposed your secret. Astoria tried to kill me. Now she's making it seem like I'm the threat. Is this your queen? I was protecting our kind. By what? Showing me your fangs? I don't think so. The human makes sense. I agree with the execution on this one. This was, while noble, misguided at best, but at the end of the day, the issue is simple. The human knows too much. The elders begin to murmur their agreement among themselves, and your frustration builds. First, Astoria tries to kill you, then Lewin tricks you, and now they're all sitting there debating your fate like it's a budget meeting. I did not come this far to end up dead because of someone who was born forever ago rizzed up some should-be corpses. If this is my only chance to win them over, they're going to hear me. Crash out? I guess. Is this what they call it now? We used to just call it venting. You know, you just vent. That's what the kids are calling it now. This is where you crash out. This is the shit I've been hearing lately. You know what? No. You jump to your feet and you hear a voice echoing through the chamber. I have been thrown between worlds, chased by golems, almost eaten by my principal... The Clement elders exchanged glances, while Veneti elders walked with dangerous interest. If you'll just... No, I'm not finished, not even close. Your voice rings out with enough force to silence even the ancient vampire. And another thing. This whole trial is ridiculous. I'm on trial for what? Knowing about vampires? Because of vampires. Your words echo through the chamber as several elders shift uncomfortably. You will show respect. Or what, you'll kill me? That's your solution to everything. A ripple of agreement passes to the Clement side of the room. Perhaps if we all calm... I am perfectly calm. You're breathing hard, but the chamber has gone deadly still. The human makes... I'm not done. The other's silver eyes narrow, but she falls silent, letting you continue. And furthermore... this whole town needs therapy. Has anyone ever tried talking about their feelings instead of murder? To be fair, murder is how we process our emotions. Yeah, that's not healthy coping. It's just highly irregular. Your face is irregular. Oh, Jesus Christ. Really? That was the best comeback you could get? Your words ring through the chamber. The Medai elders watch you with newfound respect. A human willing to stand up to them, while the Clement elders shift uncomfortably at being confronted with their hypocrisy. Such fire, such backbone. Such disrespect. You're used to it. Shut up. Come now, Astoria. When was the last time anyone dared to speak to us this way? The human makes several concerning points about our methods. Indeed, have we stayed straight so far from our ideals? Now is hardly the time for a philosophical debate. Oh, I'm not done. You think I want to know about your weird vampire drama? No. I lead a boring, very boring life, and right now, I just want to get back to it so I can read over my damn dental plan and thank God I'm actually not a book character. But no, please, carry on with your late-night super-secret murder trial. Because you know what else? Reality is already torn. You're all worried about me tearing reality, but the terror in reality is the only reason I'm here. Some sketchy guy in a bow tie installed an app on my phone, and now I'm reality hopping. What are you... He's probably out there right now, sending more people through portals, more tears, more rifts. And instead of dealing with that, you're all down here in your dramatic underground lair, having a meeting. You expect us to believe. I don't care what you believe, I'm gonna be honest with you. When reality collapses, don't say I didn't warn you. Complete silence falls over the chamber. Even Astoria seems at a loss for words. I'm not sure what that was, but elders, have you come to a decision? That was called venting. You take a... I'm never calling it crashing out. You take a deep breath, suddenly aware that you just screamed at a room full of ancient vampires. The human, John, has shown remarkable spirit and raised valid concerns about our methods. That he faces death without cowering alone deserves for consideration. And it is because of this that he shall be permitted to live. Yes! Yeah, then about the talisman. The temperature in the room drops several degrees as Lewin's expression hardens. The human may live, but the talisman remains sealed away. Some risks are too great, no matter how persuasive the argument. Will I vote to veto? I will not stand by and let another human put my coven at risk. The room falls silent as all eyes turn to Lewin. Tension crackles through the air. Can she do that? Technically, but as long as Lewin sides with the elders, you're in the clear. It takes both coven heads to override their decision. Astoria strides slowly to Lewin. Lewin, you called for this trial. Surely you see the danger this human possesses. He's king of the good vampires. I have to be safe, right? Yeah, good vampires. Sure, we'll go with that. You hold your breath, looking for any sign that Lewin is going to swing things in your favor, but when he speaks, his voice is cold. A story of human could die right in front of me, and I couldn't care less. What I care about is our process. And the elders have spoken. I see no reason to overturn their ruling. But, before anyone can respond, a strange sensation washes over you. I know this feeling. Am I going through a portal? All around you, the vampires panic. What's happening? Everybody hold on. To what, Golden Boy? I feel like my insides are about to slide out of my... 1 second, you're in the Nexus, and the next, stone walls become medieval fortifications. All around you, vampires stare in confusion. Where are we? Your guess is as good as mine. Everybody just stay close until we can... Before we can finish, Gabriel grabs you by the shoulder, his eyes wide. Don't move. Against all advice, you immediately move to see what he's looking at. Oh. We're going back to Crown of the Flame, are we? And end up face to face with a giant, scaly dragon. Nice, lizard. You don't want to eat us, do you? Not so fun with the shoes on the other foot, huh? Do you really want to hash this out right now? The dragon pauses, studying you all for a moment, and then you see smoke begin to rise from its mouth. Run. I should... ¿Por qué no las dos? Ah! Tears stream down your face as the dragon's chest begins to glow with building flame. I can't believe I'm going out. And my last words are going to be some dumb millennial joke that's not even funny. Shut the hell up. I didn't even know what it was. I just picked it. I was like, you know what? You got your eyes closed, tensing for the pain of being charbroiled alive. Goodbye, cruel world. Only for reality to snap back like a rubber band, returning you all to the Nexus. Several vampires pick themselves up off the floor. What the hell was that? Oh, Clyde, you're still alive. Wait, was this before all the events happened? I'm so confused. That's what I've been trying to tell you all. Reality has already been torn. It's how I got here. The fake bookshop guy screwed us. These rifts will keep happening, getting worse and worse until I get back to my world. Then you must go now. The elders murmur in agreement as you turn to Luna's expression is ice cold. So are you gonna drop me a pin, text me the address? The talisman is hidden in the ruins deep in the woods. The same woods where Maria Chan first tore reality. Leave. Do not come back, because if I ever see you in this world again... Yeah, torture, death, eternal damnation. He gets it. We should go. The sooner we get a John home, the better. Following Cass and Gabriel out through the winding cave entrance to the Nexus, you finally emerge under the night sky, your legs still shaky from your brush with death. I can't believe we pulled that off. My heart is still racing. Yeah, the adrenaline rush never really goes away. Nothing quite like narrowly avoiding death by a vampire tribunal. You also forgot the dragon. I get why you know that feeling, but Gabriel? Oh, I've been in my fair share of trials. My best friend's gotten me into trouble more than I can count on. Wait, don't. But it's too late. All at once, everything goes black. The morning sun filters through the trees for hours, and for normal people who aren't trapped in a book, seconds after you, Cass, and Gabriel trek deeper into the woods. With each step, their movements become more labored. Are you both okay? You seem slower. You trail off as Cass stumbles, catching herself against a tree. Just BG, love a morning stroll outside the ley lines. What? The what now? The protective borders and boundaries we mentioned when we started hiking. We passed them hours ago. Right. Let's just say I wasn't listening. Then, for reasons. What is a ley line? They're underground sources of ancient energy that power vampires. Part of the power makes us resilient to sunlight. Us. As in... Gabriel winces, and for just a moment, silver eyes stare back at you. Surprise? Hold up. At the school you were both walking around in broad daylight. The school is within the ley line's boundaries. Most of the town is. Which is why this little field trip is such a joy. You stare at your companions in concern. Their skin is ashen, movements sluggish. You both look awful. The words slip out of you before you can stop them, but Cass lets out a weak laugh. Thanks for the stellar observation. Come on, we've gotta find you a place to rest. The sun's going to get stronger. We should find some shade. What we should keep doing is moving. I would if I could, but I think I'm... He trails off as his knees buckle. You rush forward to steady him. That seals it. We're resting. I can make it, even if Golden Boy here can't. But soon her words slur together. Her eyes go glassy. You latch onto her, head on a swivel. But as you shoulder their burden, you realize something's wrong. Everything feels lighter, and then the trees around you just disappear. Guys, remember how reality was tearing? Don't tell me. We're going on a trip to a near-distant future. Her words fall away as you blink and find yourself floating on an anti-gravity floor of a lively bar. We just walked into another reality. I didn't even see a portal that time. That's the scary part. I don't think we need one now. The fabric of reality is so threadbare, we're passing through like water. Okay, but if you don't think about the fact that our world is falling apart and we're all probably going to die in a horrible death, this is kind of cool, look. You turn to find her looking considerably better, turning flips through the air with the help of the force from her vampire speed. Next to you, Gabriel's floats leisurely. His skin also starts to return to its normal color. Gas is right, the sun poisoning. I can't feel it anymore. Well, I guess there are some perks to being in space. And portal. As if in answer, a flash of light catches your attention, and that what was once a small tear in the fabric of reality stretches, morphs, as someone or something crawls through it. You're on your own for a description. Cass shoots you a look. You just had to jinx it, didn't you? Across the room, the mutant thingy pounces on unsuspecting patrons, ravaging the club and causing a stampede for the exit. For the Supreme One! Okay, this isn't going to stop until we get you home. We have to get back. Love the plan. One question. How? It's not like we Ubered. Behind the creature, you notice the now gaping tear shimmers fitfully, as if trying to close, and you catch a glimpse of the woods through it. Actually, a ride is here. We need to catch that tear. But as you doggy paddle to it, it quickly becomes obvious that you're no match for the anti-gravity. Gabriel extends his hand. Grab on, I'll bring you. No way. If you're even a second too slow, that thing's gonna eat you both like the flying shrimp at a hibachi dinner. John, come with me. You look from one to the other. Grab both. Double the vamps, double the speed, let's go. You grab both of their hands before either can object, and they exchange a surprised look over your head. Both. We get enough of this with... Oh, complain later, run now. Together, they pull you with supernatural speed, working in sync to rush you past the creature. But before you can reach the tear, the creation lands in front of you with enough force to send nearby tables flying. Nowhere to run. The thing towers over you, a grotesque combination of vampire and something else. The movements are raw, like watching a marionette dance with half its strings cut. Even at full strength, that thing's too powerful for us to take on head-on while protecting you, John. I don't want to be protected. I've spent my whole life on the sidelines. I want to help. How? I got an idea. Cass and Gabriel exchange a look, and as one, their eyes turn silver. What is happening? There's one way we can give you every power we have. Speed, strength, the whole 9 yards. The catch is, you're going to need to take a sip first. A sip of what? Blood. Cass and Gabriel reach up to prick their thumbs with a sharp fang, and as blood pools, you understand. You want me to drink one of your bloods. Nearby, the creature sets its sights on the three of you, and you know it's now or never. It's a diamond choice. Oh boy. I'm in. And here, I thought you'd be squeamish about it. Are you kidding? This is literally every supernatural YA protagonist dream. Supernatural YA. Young adult? Question mark? I don't know. You seem unusually enthusiastic about this. I mean, don't turn me into a vampire, okay? Please do! No promises. Cass. Kidding. Mostly. Your pulse races as you consider your options. Cass's wild energy versus Gabriel's controlled power. Both of them! Why choose when I can double my power? That's just basic math. You dramatically accept a drop from each of them, feeling like a proper supernatural protagonist. Now that's the kind of chaotic energy I respect. Or reckless behavior that could get him killed. Look, if I'm gonna do this interdimensional thing, I might as well go all in. The combined power hits you like a sugar rush mixed with lightning. Power floods through, and suddenly you feel everything. The cosmic energy coursing through space, the way reality bends and shifts around you. Oh, wow. Enough stalling. Listen, you could have, at any time during this monologue, you could have attacked. Shut the hell up. At least pull an Ultron. Jesus. The creature lunges, but time seems to slow as your new powers kick in. Ready to put those new abilities to use? You know it. Your enhanced vision tracks every movement of the creature's massive form as it barrels towards you. You study the space around you, noticing the anti-gravity field in multiple levels of the bar. I've got an idea, but you'll have to trust me. Whatever you're thinking, I'm in. The creature draws closer, and adrenaline surges through your vampire-enhanced veins. I could team up with Gabriel to create a vampire fastball special, flank it with perfect timing, pull off some aerial teamwork. Fastball special, is that where he throws you? I'm assuming that's where he throws you. Screw it, flank it with perfect timing. On my mark, hit it from the other side. You got it. You blur to left as Gabriel takes the right, the creature's head whipping back and forth. Stay still. Ready when you are. You lock eyes across the space. Without a word, you both strike. Perfect timing. The creature staggers as you and Gabriel hit it simultaneously from both sides. The creation stumbles but recovers, its silvery eyes blazing with fury. You think you can defeat me with parlor tricks? It slams its fist on the ground, sending shockwaves through the anti-gravity field. My turn to show you how it's done. It's anti-gravity. Sending a shockwave would actually do nothing. She appears beside you, fangs gleaming in a dangerous grin. I got another idea. The vampire blood surges through you, making everything feel possible. Let's show this thing what happens when we become living pinballs and unleash pure chaos. We tag team it into oblivion. When I move in, you move out. Sounds simple enough. As you move, Cass matches you perfectly, like a deadly dance. Each of your strikes setting up Cass's next attack, and vice versa. It's too much! The creature reels from your coordinated assault. Nice work, Bookhopper. I see you've been watching the master. Please, it's all natural talent. The creation sways, clearly weakened. We better hurry, this is our chance. You mean your chance? Finish it, John. You feel the vampire blood surging through you, and you know exactly what to do. Time for the grand finale. Can I rip its head off? Can I just do that? No? Okay. One punch! I'm gonna do it. I can't have all this power and not push it to its max. Gather all your borrowed strength into your fist as you speed forward. You wouldn't dare! And that's all it gets out before your fist connects with the devastating force, and time seems to stop. Goodbye. The creature explodes outward from the point of impact, scattering into nothing. Remind me never to get on your bad side. I feel like I can do anything. Yay, you committed murder. The blood dust should wear off soon. We should get moving. I was just getting used to being cool. As if on cue, you feel the power starting to fade. The cosmic awareness dims, and your feet slowly drift back to what passes for ground in this anti-gravity bar. Okay, that was way too short. I've got to go again. Not unless you want to bleed internally from every last one of your organs. Too much vamp blood is toxic. Word to the wise, do not ask how we learned that lesson. Well, now I need to know. With the creature gone, you all turn your attention back to the tear leading to the woods. It's significantly smaller, just healed with the creature's death. Okay, now can we get out of here? With pleasure. They each take one of your hands and propel you through the tear just before it manages to close. You tumble and onto solid ground, finding yourself in a cave surrounded by rocks. Well, that was fun. Nothing like a little interdimensional bar hopping. Focus, the talisman should be here somewhere. How do we magically get to this cave? Just saying. Your eyes catch on something glinting in the dim light, half buried in the dirt. Is that... the teleporting talisman? Yes, it is. As you reach for it, you pause and turn to Cass and Gabe. I guess this is goodbye. You hope. With your luck, there's always a chance you'll end up somewhere much worse. Oof! You look over in time to see Gabriel remove his elbow from her ribs. What she means is, be careful out there, and don't forget, if you need anything, we're just one world away. You meet their smiles with one of your own, and as you grasp the talisman, thinking of your home in your own world, a familiar feeling fills your body. Well, there's no place like... Oops, nope, not sure we can let you say that without being sued. And yet, no, you can. Shut up. They're words. Damn it. There's no place like home. Go ahead, sue me. Go ahead. Good luck. Your words echo behind you as everything goes dark. Oh, look. We're going to be visiting the people in Alpha Tau Sigma, it looks like. When your vision clears, you find yourself in a dimly lit basement. The air is thick with incense and candles flicker ominously. What the hell is it? Did I somehow get transported into a cult ritual? Your thoughts screech to a halt as the door swings open. You're bracing yourself, anticipating a cloaked villain, but... hi? Instead, some friendly-looking frat bro is staring at you from the top of the stairs. Who are you, and what are you doing in the transformation room? I've come from a long way to transform into a wolf. Ni hao kung pao. Anyway, first and foremost, thank you all for watching. Please remember that if you did enjoy, to like and share. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below, letting me know your thoughts. So nice try, Pixelberry. I guess this is what they're doing. This is their rationale behind what I've been calling them out for a while. Each one of these books is taking place in a different world. Even though, I think the exact word for it is retconning, we're going to retcon the cameos and things that we've already done in the past. We're going to go ahead and do that. You know, kind of like when Nightbound crossed to Bloodbound. You want me to keep going? How about... Endless Summer with Hero, and you want me to keep going? Yeah, no, go ahead, pop off. Pop off, choices, go ahead, keep trying. Anyway, it's complete and utter hogwash. That's the reason why we don't have book crossovers. Like, I've been calling them out, and you know, you guys, if you've been watching me long enough, you know I have. I've been calling them out for a very long time about why they never do crossovers. And you know what? Guess what? Even in the DC and Marvel universe, they did crossovers. And it didn't matter if they were over across worlds or whatnot. They still did crossovers. You just want to try and be willy-nilly and write a couple chapters of this book and be like, look, guys, this is why we don't do crossovers, because they're in different worlds. Oh, shut the lazy hell writing up. Seriously. That's all this is. I'm calling you on it. I've been calling you on not doing, like, crossovers and whatnot for a while. Hey, I got an idea. When we get to Nightbound and all that, when we had Nightbound cameos from Bloodbound and all that other shit, what then? Are you gonna retcon that too? I'm just holding Choice's feet to the fire. I don't give a shit. I really don't at this point. Like, you know what's funny is if you guys haven't read Romance Club, literally, they have crossovers. They have books that are connected with one another the whole 9 years. They actually do that shit. Choices? No. Chapters? Yes. You want me to keep going? You probably don't, because I'd ruin your whole damn day by you realizing that this is just lazy writing that's trying to plot armor the reason why they don't actually mix things up and make a whole entire world and connect things and have cameos and all this other shit. It's their lazy ass writing that is trying to make this right. With some one-off main character energy book bullshit. And you all know I'm right. You all know I'm right. Go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments. Anyway, otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.